All right, welcome everybody. I'm Christine Drummond. I'm a National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus company. I've been in the health and fitness industry for nearly 10 years, and I'm really passionate about educating people around in certain ways, easy ways, simple ways to improve their health. And I'm sure you know that the biggest problem in the world right now is health. We've got a health epidemic. There's so many diseases, preventable diseases and illnesses out there that if we just simply made a few key changes to our lifestyle, we'd be able to knock out 66% of these diseases and illnesses. And we're here to educate you today about some simple strategies that work for us. And you're going to hear some amazing stories on how to really simplify what's happening in your household. And we were just talking before about an article that's come out today to say that women, you know, and mums in particular, we really are the catalyst in our homes and in our households on, you know, changing the way that we eat. And it's really up to us to make sure that what's going in our pantry is nutritious for everyone in the household, because that's the way that we're going to help make a big difference to this epidemic right now. So for me, I'm going to take you back a little bit to a time in my life where I just wasn't at my healthiest. I was previously married. I was going through fertility issues. We'd been trying for 7 years, and we were doing the whole IVF. And the doctors kept saying to me, Christine, you can't exercise. Now, if you know me, if I don't get my exercise in, I turn into a very cranky person. So they sort of just said, don't exercise, don't get stressed, which was ridiculous because I was in a highly stressful job, on call 24/7 to my boss. But the funny thing was, when I look back, is that not once did anyone, a doctor or any of my friends or family, ever pick up the phone and say, Christine, what are you actually putting in your body? What are you consuming? What's in your cupboard? What's in your fridge? No one, not one person reached out when I was at my lowest with my health to say, hey, you know, let's do something about it. And at the same time that I was going through those fertility issues, my mum was going through treatment for breast cancer. And I couldn't travel to be with her when she was going through the worst time in her life. And it really broke my heart. And not one doctor spoke to my mum about nutrition when she was going through all that. And looking back now, if we had have known, then maybe things would have been different. I don't know, like I really feel like in order to create an environment for a baby to be born, we have to create a nutritious environment. And I just wasn't doing that back then. So fast forward, that's now why I see this as a responsibility of mine to go out there and connect with people, find out what's going on in their life. You know, where are they? You know, where can I help them bridge the gap, I suppose? Where are they falling short when it comes to their health? Because I see people on a daily basis who live with depression, anxiety, skin conditions, digestive issues, fertility issues. You know, there's so many diseases and illnesses, inflammation. People are living in pain and suffering every single day, and they're doing it in silence. And you don't have to. If you can take care of yourself at that nutritional level, I truly believe you can turn your health around and get rid of a lot of these things that you're experiencing on a daily basis. So one thing that has particularly worked for me was 6 years ago, a friend reached out to me and she could see that I was a zombie mum. And I just wasn't clear-minded. I was really foggy, really lethargic, having 2 nana naps a day. And I just couldn't see into the future. I just had to survive the day that I was in. And I'm sure a lot of mums watching this can relate to that. And a friend just reached out and said, why don't you look into Juice Plus? It's all natural. You can still breastfeed with it. And those 2 things alone grabbed my attention, because I knew that there were a lot of products out there that had warning labels for pregnant women, breastfeeding women and kids. And to me, they're red flags. They are indicators that maybe we shouldn't be putting that product in our body. So whatever you're taking right now, I really encourage you to read the label. Does it have a warning label? If you overdose on it, well, you have to call the poisons line, because there's a lot of vitamins and minerals out there that say that they're natural or they're healthy. But if you read the label, you're going to have to pick up that poisons line, and if you're overdosing. And I don't want that kind of stuff in my house. So to know that Juice Plus is completely natural and it's safe for babies right through to the elderly, pregnant women, breastfeeding women, men and women, everyone can take this product. That just gives me peace of mind in my household, knowing that my kids, my husband, myself, we're all getting that nutritious foundation every single day. So what is it? Juice Plus is basically 30 fruits, veggies, and berries. And look at that color. Look at that rainbow. These are different from anything else that you've seen out there. That's what the labels look like there. These are food. This is whole food. The fruits and vegetables that are in Juice Plus are still alive. They're still living. And it's actually got a food label. So when you read the label, you can understand carrot, cabbage, broccoli, kale, parsley, spinach. It's things that your body can recognize. There's no long names. There's no numbers. This is stuff that your body is craving on a daily basis. So if you know that you're not even getting the bare minimum of 2 fruits and 5 veggies every single day, and we know, like we ask people this question, and a lot of people lie to us and say, yeah, I'm getting enough fruits and veggies. The ABS actually did a study on it and found that it's less than 10% of Australian adults are actually getting 2 fruits and 5 veggies in their system every day. So 90% of you are not getting enough for your body to actually survive on a daily basis. So no wonder we're seeing an increase in disease and illness. So I love that you can take Juice Plus down the hatch within 3 to 5 minutes. You don't pee any of it out. It's 100% bioavailable, and it goes to where it's needed in your body. So what it does in your body will be different to what it does in mine, okay? So I love that. Vine ripened, no nasty chemicals. People often say, Christine, how does it differ to, you know, the supermarket fruits and veggies? Why don't people just eat that? That's a great question. What's happening to our supermarket fruits and veggies is it's highly compromised. We don't know where it's been grown. We don't know how far it's traveled. We don't know what kind of soil it's been grown in. And we have no idea how many toxic chemicals have been sprayed on it. So I love to teach people the simplicity about Juice Plus. If you did nothing else and just got that in, it would help your digestion. It would help boost your immune system. It improves your heart health. It protects your DNA. It reduces oxidative stress and inflammation in your body, and it increases your antioxidant level. So I absolutely love it. The other thing that we've got are these omegas, and these are great for your nervous system. These are the good fats. And again, this is a vegan product. There's no fish in here. We've left the fish alone. We need them for sustainability. This here is great, not just for your nervous system, but for your hair, skin, and nails, and to be able to get the good fats in that your body needs, not just to survive, but to thrive. So I absolutely love that. The other thing that we've got are these amazing whole food shakes. Again, they're all plant-based because our body needs that. Your body will recognize everything in here. These are delicious. These are great for kids as well. You know, if your kids just, or even in your household, we have them as a smoothie in the morning. But it's a great way to hide extra plants into your kids' diet. So there's things in there like pomegranate and spirulina and broccoli sprouts and, you know, amaranth and quinoa, and they taste delicious. There's also a beautiful mineral in there called niacin, which is a natural antidepressant. So these are like an awesome mood booster for people. So they are absolutely amazing. And then the last thing we've got, and this is my favorite thing that our company does, is we have a fruit and vegetable chewable. It's the only nutraceutical chewable in Australia. There's nothing that comes close to this. It's not coated in sugar like a lot of the pharmaceutical ones. This has 17 fruits and veggies in it, and you actually get this for free for any child between 4 and 18, not for a month or two, for 4 years. That's $5,500 worth of free fruits and veggies going into that child's body on a daily basis to help them with their development. Now, there's 1 million kids around the world that get that for free, and what we're seeing in those kids is their immune systems are boosted so they're less sick. Now, how handy is that this time of year that you don't have to call into work and say, I can't come in because my kid's sick? You know, so we love that we get to change the health of these kids. Also, they're making better choices. They're drinking more water. They're craving more fruits and vegetables. And isn't that what you want for your kids? Isn't that a great way for us to change that next generation? So that's why they call us the company with the heart. I don't know any other company out there that does what we do. And I could bang on about it all day. I really could. I'm so passionate about these products. I've never recommended anything else because these are simple, they're affordable, they're easy, and they you know, are so great for the whole family. But I'm going to get my friend Vicki to share her story and share why she takes Juice Plus and the changes that she's noticed in her household.
Thank you so much. So Juice Plus got introduced to my husband a couple of years ago, just over 2 years ago. And when he brought it home, I was like, cool, we'll just I'll give it a go. But previously before that, we're a very, very active family. So we're always playing tennis and athletics and super, super active. And as a mum, I wasn't actually bringing home the nutrition that I should have into our family. We did a lot of McDonald's drive-by and KFC drive-by. And, my eldest was really strong into tennis. He was doing tennis comps and getting trophies and amazing stuff. But he had eczema down his arm, which made it pretty uncomfortable to play tennis. And going to high school and having like this rash from eczema all down his arm. And so he had it for a fair while. And then as soon as we started on the Juice Plus products, it was gone in 2 weeks. His arm had cleared up and he had this amazing skin. So that was like a real eye-opener to me, the power of nutrition. So healing from the inside out. And they're clear today and they have amazing skin. And just the simplicity of adding a simple change to our diet and our menu was amazing. And for my 8-year-old, because we were because when I was introducing new veggies and fruits to him, it was hard for him. He had tears in his eyes. He was like, this is really hard. So what I did is I got the chocolate shakes and I put the berries in it and he would drink that. And before long, he's bouncing off the walls as well, having this extra energy boost. So very simple for I've seen in my family and other families. And my friend also, she puts avocados into her chocolate shakes so that, just extra thickness and more veggies. So, that's my story. I'm really excited that somebody shared it with me. So now we can share it with others.
Awesome. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm going to get Jess to share next. Jess, just take yourself off mute, honey, and share with us the changes that you've seen in your household and why you guys will take it for the rest of your life as well.
Good morning. We found Juice Plus about 2 years ago, actually, this month. And unlike the other stories, we went looking for a product because our son, who was 8 at the time, was suffering with a really, really low immune system. He had severe mouth ulcers and they were going down his throat. He was constantly sick and we'd gone to the doctors, the paediatrician, he'd had blood tests, stool samples, and they just couldn't get to the bottom of it. Actually, they just said to me, some kids will get mouth ulcers. That was their result. And I knew that wasn't good enough. And so I took him to a naturopath and she suggested that we put him on a multivitamin. And being a mum of 3, I've been on several multivitamins and I said to her, will he just wear them out? And she said, well, probably, but that's all we can really give him at his age. So I just was like, no, I knew something, his gut health I knew something wasn't right because our son gravitated towards white foods. He if we really pushed hard enough, he definitely, well, not pushed hard enough. If we didn't push hard enough, he would be diagnosed with ADHD and would be medicated. And that was our alternate route to go down. And I didn't want that for him. I wanted a better life for him. And I knew that if we got his nutrition on point, then maybe he could have a life with not being medicated. And I said to my husband, there has to be a product out there. And at that time, he said to me, have a look at this girl I used to work with. She posted something on Facebook. Maybe it's something you want to take a look at. So I reached out to Chrissy. She sent me a link similar to one like we're on right now, and it changed our life. I was like, sign me up, whatever it is, we're all doing it. I thought I was really healthy, but it turns out Coke, coffee, and chocolate most days isn't so healthy, right? But because I like fruit and veggies all the time, but I also added those into my day to get me through. I had an 8-month-old baby, I was a mama of 3, and I was tired. But the changes we saw in our son were incredible. It took to about 5 months of him being on the product to completely be ulcer-free. In those first 5 months, though, we saw glimpses of him going for longer periods of time without them, and that was amazing. He was on the product for about a year. when I was fortunate enough to go to the States with our company and bring back our plant-based omega, and that was the game changer for him. Adding an omega into his diet, his concentration, his behavior was next level. Our son has never been able to play team sport because there was no point in putting him into something, not setting him up for failure. So we always just put him in individual sports. After being on the product for about 6 months, he asked if he could play basketball, and we said, for sure, mate, if you want to try. And he was incredible. Like, he lost, he won, there was no meltdowns on the court. He could just handle it so much better. His social skills at school have got, like, his teachers are commenting, for us, it is life-changing, and we will never go off the product. So, I mean, we have lots of stories, but that one, because we've helped our son.
That's awesome, honey. I love that. And I love hearing the stories of how we are literally changing that next generation, because the statistics are out and it's saying that our kids are the first generation that are not going to live as long as us. And to me, I don't know if that scares anyone else, but I don't want that to be my kids. I want them to have, a life full of health and happiness. And if I can do anything about that, then I'm going to do it now while they're young and start early. So I'm going to hand it over now to my new friend, Steve Power. I've known Steve for 7 days, and he is an inspiration. He is a master NLP practitioner. He is also a hypnotherapist as well, and he is in the health industry also on this crusade to try and change the world and make it a healthier one. And Steve, I would just love you to share any gold nuggets that you've got for people, any tips, and any value you want to offer would be amazing.
Yeah, okay, just a quick rundown of my story. I've done the NLP and hypnotherapy courses. I'm a master hypnotherapist and master NLP coach. One thing I did learn in that is values, and that's part of your mindset. Your mindset is based on your values, your experiences, and your upbringing, and your environment itself. And what I found was I had family at the high priority. It was my top priority. And my values went down from there, and health was at the very bottom. And I was eating McDonald's, and because we lived a busy lifestyle, and so we were eating rubbish. And basically what's happened is I can't have my family at that value if I don't look after myself, because it really compromises that value. So I got my mindset around changing my values to bringing health up right next to family, so that the two combine together. So that's part of your mindset. Everyone has different values and where their priorities lie. And I look at using NLP techniques to change values if they want them changed, and so that it brings it up to a sustainable, as I said, mine was family, and I can't have health so far away from family that that means really the priority isn't family. So I brought my health up, so I changed my mindset that way. Another mindset is a lot of eating is emotionally based. NLP and hypnotherapy are perfect for those things, because what it does is everyone wants to eat healthy. There's no two ways about it. Most people, conscious mind says, okay, I want to eat healthy. But the subconscious mind goes, no, you're busy. Look, this is the easiest way around it. Go and buy McDonald's or Domino's or whatever, and you go back to your old ways. So what hypnotherapy does and NLP, it brings your subconscious mind in line with your conscious mind. So the two are working together to provide you with the tools to eat a healthier diet, to be motivated to exercise a bit more, and do the things that create a healthier lifestyle. With Vicki and Christine, I'm passionate about kids' health. My company's mission statement is to help 3,000 people over the next 15 years. Now, I've sort of looked at that and thought, well, that's great, that's wonderful. But if I can help those 3,000 people, and then they can help their families, it turns that 3,000 people into a lot more. It becomes a bigger pyramid. And that's what this whole thing's about. This is where everyone that makes a change to their lifestyle and to other people's lifestyles is actually going to make a bigger change down the field. And that's what it's all about. You know, they always say, what can I do? How am I going to help? If I change my lifestyle, how's that going to help? As a mother, you know, they say, you know, me changing is not going to change anything, but it does, because you lead by example. And by example, if you change your children's habits, guess what? Chances are they'll change your grandkids the same way. So one person does make a change. And if the more people I can change and the more people Christine can change, and Vicki too is also an NLP coach and hypnotherapist, the more people that they can change, it's going to be a better world. And I wanted, 2014, obesity overtook starvation for the biggest killer in the nutritional side of things. So let's turn that around. Let's make 2019 and 2020 go back in reverse. And then, then we've got to conquer the starvation issue. But obesity at the moment is amazing. It's just ballooning out of proportion. I watched shows with 15-year-old kids going in for liposuction and things like that. That changed my life. Diabetes was an adult problem. Now kids get it. So it's just proving that we need to change this mindset. So without mindset, you don't do anything. You don't achieve anything. Mel Robbins has a book called 5-Second Rule. If you think of something that you feel's gut feel, act on it within 5 seconds. Otherwise, your subconscious mind will trip you up. And that's what hypnotherapy and NLP is all about, stopping that subconscious mind from tripping you up. So, and as well as a healthy diet. So I promote, I'll be looking at Juice Plus myself, but as well, I'm also promoting at least healthy, fresh vegetables, organic, best, because they have a code where they're going to try and use no GMO products. Unfortunately, it's a growing thing. We need to stop this and we need to fight it. But at least you're eating organic, where they try to condition the soils with the nutrition, and they don't use the herbicides and the sprays that are toxic to our bodies. So thank you very much for this Zoom call. It's been great to be on with some amazing women, and let's change the world. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing. So if you want some more information about anything that we've spoken about today, reach out to Steve, reach out to Vicki, Jess, myself. We're all on this mission together. And I love how, Steve, you tied that into mindset and values, because a lot of people say to me that family is the most important thing in the world to them. And then they go and shove in all the wrong foods into their family's body. And it just breaks my heart to see families and what they're putting in their shopping trolleys. I really have to bite my tongue sometimes when I'm going through the checkout. So if you need help with that, if you know and you're not sure where to start, then just reach out. We're not here to get you, we're here to educate you and hopefully inspire you. And I love that it definitely starts with us taking responsibility for what's going in our body, and then helping change the people around us. We will inspire them to start thinking differently about what they're putting in yours. We get that ripple effect, that flow-on effect from that. And you get to be a better version of yourself. When you've got your health, you're more positive, you're more optimistic, you have a better quality of life, you have better relationships, you're healthier, you're less depressed, less stressed, you're more active. I mean, who doesn't want that? It sounds like a pretty freaking awesome life to me. So thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And if anyone's got any questions, go back to the person that shared this video with you. Have an awesome week, and we will see you very soon.